Welcome back into Florida Live. I'm Garrett Weimer, and thanks for joining us on this Tuesday afternoon. The final appeal for Chadwick Willacy has been denied. That man now set to be executed at 6 o'clock tonight, Florida State Prison near Stark. He was convicted of burning his neighbor alive in a brutal case out of Palm Bay in 1990, convicted of killing his neighbor, and now going to be executed tonight, the fifth Florida execution of 2026. Joining us live now to talk about this case is the lead investigator on this case all those years ago, George Santiago, a retired homicide detective with the Palm Bay Police Department. Joining us live now via Zoom. George, we appreciate you joining us here on Florida Live.
Well, thank you for having me.
I first want to get your thoughts and reaction to the execution set tonight for a man convicted in a case that now stems back, 36 years just about.
Yeah, that's a long time. I'm surprised that this tonight is actually going to happen. This event's going to actually happen. I've been retired for like 12 years now. And I don't think too much about Chad too often. And then I was told the news that he was going to be executed. I read it, in fact, on the newspaper. Nobody told me. And I feel a little sad for him, but, for what he did, he certainly deserves it. And sometimes justice comes looking for you, and today's his day.
What still stands out to you about this case all these years later? I know you said it's not often that you think about it, but I would imagine in your decades there at Palm Bay Police that this is a case that there are still probably things that stand out to you.
Just the manner of the way he killed her, he breaks into her house. He knows her schedule, their neighbors, and she just happened to come home for lunch that day. And she surprised him. He ends up hitting her with probably an iron or some other blunt instrument that puts her down. He tries to strangle her with a cord from the iron, and that's not working. And he duct tapes her and drags her into a spare bedroom and proceeds to pour gasoline all over her and sets her on fire. Based on the evidence, you can tell she was still alive while she was being burned. And I think that bothers me the most. He's trying to cover up his tracks, set her on fire, set the house on fire, maybe. And but yeah, and then she had such a large, close family, and when you get to meet the family like that, you work harder, and you feel for them. They've lost the matriarch of their family.
Yeah, I can only imagine what they have been going through, all these years as well, and what they might be going through now in these kind of final hours here. George, I want to ask you, what if you had the chance today to speak with Chadwick Willacy, as a retired homicide detective, as a lead investigator in this case, if you had the chance to speak with him in these last few hours before he is put to death, what would you say to him?
Probably not a whole lot. I don't care for people like him. Majority of my career is arresting people like him. But I think I would ask him if he had to do it over again. He get caught doing the burglary, would he have just faced a burglary charge or a trespassing charge or a grand theft charge? And but he realized that she had come home and that she knew him and could identify him, and he was going to go to jail immediately. He had just moved down to Florida, and he had a addiction to crack. And I'm thinking, if I had to ask him, would you change anything that day? And hopefully he would have said, yeah, would not have done the burglary and then everything thereafter.
George Santiago, retired homicide detective with the Palm Bay Police Department. We appreciate you joining us here on Florida Live. We thank you for your time and for sharing your thoughts on this and joining us here on Florida Live today.